Hi everybody, welcome back to another day in April. So yesterday I posted a video about the 18 ways that the Disney College Program destroys you, and I had posted a poll on my Instagram and I put like the question box and I said, how does the DCP destroy you? I got a bunch of answers, so I wanted to share those all with you today. I also posted the same thing on Facebook and I got a couple of different answers from there too. So let's get it going. I think about Disney all the time and have no clue when I will be back. This is a problem for a lot of the ICPs, and not only ICPs, but like a lot of the ICPs, because they can only get a certain visa for a certain amount of time or whatever. People in Australia, it's like a 17-hour plane flight or something like that, so they're less likely to come here as well. People who are still in college and don't have a huge job where they don't make a lot of money, it is very hard to get back down to Disney even to visit, especially if you don't have any friends left here or friends that are not like in housing so that you can stay with them or whatever. It's very hard from that perspective as well. My best friend Alex, who used to work with us, I love you Alex, says I can't cry anymore. Doing the DCP brings out a lot of emotions, and especially if you are a very easy crier, you're gonna cry a lot during the Disney College Program, especially like towards the end, and some stuff will trigger you more than others. So being back home, you might like not have those same emotions, if that makes any sense. They forced me to delete my YouTube channel or be termed. So if you have a YouTube channel and you're doing the Disney College Program, please be careful what you post. Please don't post anything backstage, don't post traditions, don't post anything about backstage or anything that would be frowned upon or get you termed. Obviously this is difficult for someone who doesn't really know if you are supposed to post or not. Main thing is if you're questionable about it, don't post it. Park vlogs are fine, and like talking about work is fine, just be very mindful about what you post and all that fun stuff. If you have no intention of coming back to Disney after your program's over, feel free to post whatever you want. But if you have plans on staying with Disney or being rehired, please be careful what you post online. Sarah Bayless said it took my appendix, yours and Shannon's. So story, Sarah and Shannon are best friends. Here, if you guys haven't watched my video, this is them. Sarah's from New Jersey, Shannon's from Australia, and Sarah ended up getting her appendix removed on the Disney College Program. She was on modified duty for like a month or so, where she was only in the greeter position. After Sarah got better, as soon as she got put back into regular rotation, Shannon got her appendix out too. And then Joe thought he had appendicitis, but he did not. So we were wondering on whose it was gonna take next, but it didn't take anybody's. It's Christina33 says, I'm tired all the time. So Christina has a YouTube channel, Little Thigh, and she did the Disney College Program fall in California, and now she is a character performer here in Disney World. Keeps getting overtime and very long hour shifts, as most people in entertainment do. When I went home last week, I hissed at one of my friends to get their attention. So in specific areas of the park, Fantasyland mainly, we hiss to each other to get people's attention. I'll do it around the house. I did in the grocery store to Katie the one time, and she did not even phase because she's a merchandise and she doesn't hiss. And it's annoying, like when someone opens a Coke bottle, or when a little kid will go, and you like look and you're like, who hissed? And then you're like, oh, it's a little kid over there. And then he keeps doing it and you're like, please stop, please stop. Knowing that I may or may not see my coworkers again who have basically become family. So over the course of 5-6 months, we become a giant family, especially in attractions. Not so much in merchandise, like especially in my last program. I wasn't very close with a lot of the people that I worked with. I was close with a couple of my roommates and a couple of my best friends that I had down there, but right now my Fantasyland family from the fall was a giant family. I wouldn't say that as much now, but a lot of the people that are still here from the fall, we are like one big happy family, and we have a couple of new CPs that are kind of in our group as well, but nothing as to like it was the first program. I miss you all so much. Come back. Taylor Hound says I had to close my favorite ride. So Taylor was on he did the program spring of 2017. If you remember Alex from Home, he was his roommate. Taylor was a character attendant in studios, and then he got switched to attractions, and he ended up closing the Great Movie Ride, RIP. And I wanted to work on the Great Movie Ride so freaking bad. So Jungle Cruise is still on my bucket list to work because I like talking and I like spilling and I want to be able to do that. And I really wanted to be on the Great Movie Ride. So I feel you, dude. As well as a lot of other people, Great Movie Ride. Great Movie Ride was my favorite ride. And I'll forever and always love it. And if I ever become CEO, which is never gonna happen, it's come back. Like, I'm talking like an hour attraction. Having to say goodbye to all my friends I've made in the past 9 months. Same thing, as I said. You become one happy family, and then you have to say goodbye to them. Giving me a best friend who would end up 10,000 miles away from me. Especially having someone who's your best friend, kind of like Shannon and Sarah, who your best friends from another country. You might talk all the time, but you miss each other so much because you don't know when you're going to see each other again. It sucks, dude. It sucks. I remember that in a month I won't be able to go to Disney whenever I want. So a lot of those people's programs are up in May, and it is currently April, and oh no, we're gonna have to say goodbye to them again. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. So a lot of the people, especially me on my last program, consistently go to the parks before and after their shifts. I don't do that anymore. It's very nice being able to be like, hey, I basically have like an annual pass. Let me just go before my shift for a couple hours, and then we'll go ride Space Mountain and then go to my shift. And it's very nice, and it's gonna suck. Gave me great friends, but don't know when I will ever see them all in the same place again. That made me cry because that response. You might see your friends again that you made at the Disney College program unless you like all plan a reunion at the same time. Especially if you have a large group of people, you don't know if you're ever gonna see each other again, all together again. And it breaks your heart, man, it breaks your heart. Took my soul patience, and I hate people now. Girl, same. Leaving was the worst. Leaving is the worst, especially on my last program. I told my mom, like, I'm gonna stay. Like, I almost applied for the extension, and she was like, you are coming home if I have to drag you back myself. I hung with the phone, and I didn't talk to her for like a week. I was so angry. It's fine. As I've said before, if you are still in school, please do it for only a semester. Go finish school and then come back down. Because then you can stay. But please, please, please finish school before you do a program. Or before you do a second program. Princess is used way too often when talking to children, and the point, the two-finger point, will never die. She also says, also my BFFs now live thousands of miles away. Covered that one already, but yes. Princess, get off the railing, please. Please get off the railing. Oh, I'm doing this because it's out of frame. You use princess for girls, but then you don't know what to use for boys. So I always say buddy or kiddo or bud. I have zero tolerance for guests. We covered that one already as well. I have friends in all different countries, and even if we'll all meet, we'll never be together again. Well, even if we meet again, we'll never be all together. Covered that one as well. Also made me cry. Very sad. Brooke Rogers 97 says, at work, I ask everyone for their autograph, not signature, and they look at me like I'm stupid. So Brooke, I'm assuming you still work merchandise or something, retail back home. Brooke also has a YouTube channel, part of Brooke's World, and she was merchandise, and she worked in a bunch of different locations on her college program, kind of like how I did. And she, you know, when you ask someone for their signature merchandise, you go, can I just have your autograph on that line? So then when you do it back home, I almost said it a couple times, and I was like, I just need your signature on that line. I despise any red top with anything Disney related on it. So I believe that red is the most common color matching shirt, especially with the whole like mom, dad, sister, Minnie, grandpa, grandma, Mickey, brother, sister, cousin. That's it. Aunt, uncle, I don't know if those are on there. But if you get matching shirts, don't get the standard ones from Walmart or Disney. Please make your own. Please like get something cool. The amount of times I've seen someone in a red shirt, way too many. Way too many. I've been gone for a solid 9 months and I still carry leftover Mickey stickers in my purse. When I worked at the restaurant, the amount of times that there was kids crying and I wanted to reach in my bag and pull out a Mickey sticker and be like, do you like Mickey? He wanted me to give this to you. And then you have to realize you're like, not in Disney. You are back in New York. You're gonna look so stupid if you do that. Also, I didn't carry Mickey stickers in my purse. They were back at home, but, and it was fun too because like, when we did, so me and Alex did the Disney College Program recruiting for our school, and we weren't doing it officially with Disney. Back in the day, you used to be able to like be an actual part of the Alumni Association, and you got to still be considered a cast member. You would like recruit for your school. So they got rid of that, but we still did it for our school because we still offer credit for our school. So we still did recruitment, but it wasn't affiliated on Disney. It was just like, we did the Disney College Program and we are wanting you to do it too. We had like rolls of Mickey stickers and we had them laid out on the table. We're like, you get a Mickey sticker and you get a Mickey sticker and you get a Mickey sticker. I can no longer enjoy other amusement parks because all I see is chaos and crap that cast members would never let fly. He replied to her, says, same, I have high expectations and standards for stuff because of Disney. Everywhere else seems dirty and unorganized. And it's funny because when I went back to school, there was a town over by us called Lewiston, and they did like the Peach Festival and all these other stuff during the seasons. So we went to the Peach Festival and me and my friend rode a couple of the carnival rides. And it's like stuff you would have at Lawn Fate, so like the Tilt-A-Whirl and like the tiny Ferris wheel and like that, the thing that spins around and it spins you and then you spin the other way. Dude, I thought I was gonna die on some of those rides. They're so crickety and creaky and like, I was like, never again am I ever riding anything unless it's at an amusement park. Fireworks shows, like I have no desire to see any other after witnessing Hiya so many times. Hiya is happily ever after. Girl, I see happily ever after once a day. If I'm closing, I know all the words. I know when all the fireworks are popping off. I literally cannot enjoy a job anywhere else. It's such a stupid little thing that everyone says, just suck it up. But I've been so fortunate to have the best leaders and coworkers on both of my programs that I hate having any other job because they don't have that magic that I always had at Disney. I also hate that there aren't trash cans every 25 feet in the real world. Responds with the trash cans, OMG. Also, can we talk about how cringe it is to see a trash can that doesn't match the theming of the area around it? I legit cringe in other theme parks when I see a trash can that doesn't match a themed area. Some roles more so than others, you're able to spread a little bit more magic to people than other roles. So especially like when I was merchandise, if there was a little kid crying in the store, it was easy to be like, hi, like here's a Mickey doll. Whereas opposed to an attraction, someone comes up to you and it's like, we don't have a fast pass. Can we go on the line? And you're like, no, you don't have a fast pass. It's kind of like one of those things like, you're 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, and you just have to kind of choose which route you want to go. Some leaders will be good, some leaders will be bad, and there have been horror stories of people where some of their leaders were awful to them and all that other stuff, and like, I had very good luck when my coordinators and leaders were like good on my last college program, and I think I was more so fond of the leaders on my last program, but I'm more so fond of my coordinators in this program. I love my coordinators, I love the leaders, like I'm very fortunate to have a very good management base over in Fantasyland. The real world, honestly, working in Disney has ruined any job I could possibly get outside the company. Making management is something nobody else but Disney can really do, and being able to be someone who can create magic for other people almost daily makes me so happy and has made me realize it's definitely something I have to do for the rest of my life. Also, low-key, I don't want to pay attention to anything that happens outside of Disney unless it's something that tells me about it. Do I know when Star Wars Land opens up? Heck yeah, I do. Do I know what was on the 8 a.m. news this morning? Heck no, I do not. Girl, same. Actually, when I was working at the restaurant, there was this little girl who lost her balloon. So if you guys, I don't know if anybody knows what Wegmans is. And I'm sure they do it in other grocery stores, but they have balloons sometimes, and they used to have it at Tops as well. Tops is back in New York. When they had balloons, and like, the little kids could take them and take them home, which I used to do all the time. So she had this like red balloon from Wegmans, and it just floated up to the ceiling and it was gone, and she was like so upset. So we ended up running over to the dollar store and getting her a flower balloon. And then we brought it back to her. She was so cute, and she like stopped crying and she was like, thank you. She was like 4. Oh, it was so cute. And it's just like the little stuff like that. Like, even though it's not Disney, like you can still make someone happy and still do that for someone. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just Disney that has to do it, but you have to be the person to put in the effort to do it somewhere else. It made me hate people more and the popular tourist stuff. I won't put up with people acting like human garbage so much anymore. I will tell you, if you are a guest and you are coming to Disney, please do not be rude to the cast members. If you are rude to the cast members, they're going to be less willing to help you out than if you're nice to them. Anyways, how has the DCP destroyed you? Because that was only like maybe 20 comments, so I know there's a lot more people that watched my video. So how did the DCP destroy you? Leave a comment down below. Leave a link down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!